I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan. I read the books once a year, I try and watch the movies once a year. And so when I heard there was going to be an animated movie coming out, I was like, that's super cool. And it got me really excited because I was excited to see another movie in this universe. And so the trailer for that animated movie has come out, so I want to give a little bit of a reaction to it, talk about the things I liked about it, the things that kind of concern me a little, and, get your reactions too. Tell me what you like about it, tell me what you don't. The Lord of the Rings, The War of the Rohirrim will be coming out right around Christmas time this year, and I want to just go in and talk about what I like about it right away. First thing is, obviously, I'm super excited for more Lord of the Rings content. I always love watching Lord of the Rings and reading the books, so having a new piece of media to consume about it is super exciting for me. I'm also very excited that Philippa Boyens is coming back to write this. She helped write Lord of the Rings, she helped write The Hobbit, and she is going to be writing The Hunt for Gollum. So the fact that she's attached to this, I think, is a good sign and a good start. Also, several of the original cast from Lord of the Rings has come back, and they will be playing small roles in this film. It's nice to see that some licensed content is going to be coming out for Lord of the Rings, unlike what Amazon has been putting out, but that's a whole different beast. And so, yeah, that's what I like about this. Now let's talk about what worries me about this trailer, having watched it. The first thing right off the bat is that it starts with footage from the two towers, and that in and of itself is not a bad thing, but it kind of signals to me that they're not sure that the audience for this film is there, and they feel the need to really draw in Lord of the Rings fans because the style is so much different than what Lord of the Rings fans are necessarily going to be used to. This is probably just a personal thing, but to me this art style looks unfinished. I don't really like the fact that the foreground elements are not connected to the background elements, and it feels almost like a really poor green screen if you were to write it instead of generate it with a computer. I understand that this is a pretty big style in animation, but for me, a film that is going into theaters needs to feel a little more polished than this. And this feels honestly like something made for TV as opposed to something that has been made for the big screen. From what my friends who are big into anime have told me, Kenji Kamiyama is a really great director and he's a great choice to be making this film. However, myself, a massive Lord of the Rings fan who doesn't really follow a lot of anime, this is an odd choice, in my opinion, for the trailer. Because I don't think that the circles of Lord of the Rings fans and anime fans there's a massive chunk that is overlap. So I think it would have been stronger to say from Lord of the Rings writer Philippa Boyens, because then you know that someone who worked on Lord of the Rings is attached to the project in some way in the creative sphere. And so this is an odd choice, in my opinion. There's a lot of controversy surrounding the Rings of Power, and a lot of people like the series, a lot of people don't like the series. And the people who don't like the series seem to kind of outweigh the people who do like the series. So I think that this trailer showing so many images that kind of look the same as the trailer for the Rings of Power with this strong female hero climbing an ice wall, it could be complete coincidence, but personally I would have left this image out of the trailer in favor of not connecting this in any way to Rings of Power. On the flip side, I think there are some incredibly gorgeous shots, like this shot of the Hall of Edoras is absolutely gorgeous, and I love the galaxy behind it. I think it's so cool. But for me, there were very few shots in the trailer that I felt incredibly drawn to. And I kind of feel cheated from the first images that were dropped and teased way earlier in the year that look now more like concept art than the actual product that we are going to end up getting. At the end of the day, I'm going to go into the theater and I'm going to strive to enjoy this film. And in the end, the animation style isn't going to make that big of a difference for me personally. It's going to matter more about, is this story good? And right now, from what I'm seeing in the trailer, the story just feels incredibly generic and like it could be set anywhere. It doesn't need to be set in Middle Earth. So as long as the story is good and as long as it has good writing, that's all that's going to matter for me. I will be able to watch the animation style and enjoy it thoroughly if it's well done. So that's my thoughts. What do you guys think? Have you had a chance to watch the trailer yet? And are you looking forward to this movie or are you not? I'll see you guys in the next one.